This is not just astrology. This is a cosmic confrontation with your own power. And the portal? It's already open. Right now, the sun is aligning with ALGOL, one of the most feared, misunderstood, and powerful fixed stars in the entire sky. Ancient astrologers called it the demon star. They feared it, avoided it, even wrote warnings in their scrolls about its dark energy. Because ALGOL is connected to rage, chaos, destruction, even beheadings in ancient lore. But here's the truth no one told you. ALGOL was never the villain. It was the mirror that shows you where you've been silenced, shamed, or stripped of your power, and demands that you take it back. This isn't superstition. ALGOL sits at 26 degrees Taurus, and once a year, when the sun moves over that exact point, like it's doing right now, it activates what's called the ALGOL Gateway, a cosmic portal, a brief but intense window of time where suppressed energy surfaces. It's not subtle. If you've been feeling emotionally on edge, physically restless, triggered, or like something inside you is about to explode, you're not broken. You're being broken open. This energy isn't attacking you, it's revealing you. And here's the wild part. Some will ignore it. Most will scroll past. They'll feel the pull and call it anxiety. But you're here. The universe guided you to this exact moment, to this video, for a reason. Because the energy you're feeling isn't here to destroy you, it's here to build you. And the wisest souls, they use this fire. So hit like, subscribe, and stay with me, because in a moment, we're going to dive into the 8 things you must know about this ALGOL Gateway. One of them might explain exactly why your life has been feeling so intense, and how to turn this pressure into personal power. Chapter 1. ALGOL is not evil, it's power without permission. And now that you know this portal is open, and that you're not imagining the storm inside, we need to talk about what you're actually feeling. Because here's where most people get it wrong. They think this energy is dark, cursed, dangerous. They hear ALGOL and immediately brace for the worst. But the truth? ALGOL is not evil. It's power that refuses to be silenced. Power without permission. For centuries, this star has been feared because of its association with chaos and destruction. In ancient astrology, it was called Caput ALGOL, the head of the demon. And yes, it was feared because it coincided with moments of crisis, of intensity, of raw emotional eruption. But what they missed is this. Those crises were necessary. ALGOL doesn't destroy what's working. It destroys what's fake. It burns through the masks you wear to stay safe, and it dares you to be real. And that's why this energy is so misunderstood. Because it isn't polite. It isn't quiet. ALGOL energy, especially when activated by the sun like it is right now, forces what's been buried to rise. The truth, the anger, the desire, the fire. It shines a spotlight on the places where you've compromised your truth just to keep the peace. And suddenly, keeping the peace feels unbearable. ALGOL is linked to Medusa, the Gorgon whose rage turned men to stone. But go deeper into her myth, and you find something else. She wasn't born a monster. She was made into one after betrayal, violation, and injustice. Her rage wasn't evil. It was sacred. It was the result of pain that was never allowed to speak. And that's what's rising in you now. Not violence, not vengeance, but the truth of your suppressed power, finally demanding space to breathe. So if you're feeling like you're on the edge, like something in you wants to scream, walk away, say what you've never dared to say, that's not you being unstable. That's you finally coming into alignment with a part of yourself you were taught to fear. That tension you feel, that's the energy building. That's transformation knocking. It's not here to ruin you. It's here to free you. And it starts by understanding that what scares the world about you might actually be the most sacred, undeniable, and liberating part of who you are. Chapter 2. This portal only opens once a year, and it's now. And now that you understand the kind of power we're dealing with, raw, unfiltered, ancient, here's what makes this moment even more urgent. This portal doesn't stay open. This isn't some vague energy in the air that lingers for weeks. This is precise, this is rare, and it's happening right now. Between May 15th and 17th, the Sun makes its exact alignment with ALGOL, sitting at 26 degrees Taurus. In astrology, that's not just a date on the calendar. That's a cosmic bullseye, a point where something locked in the heavens unlocks something buried in you. The ancients called these moments omens, not the superstitious kind, the sacred kind. Alignments with fixed stars like ALGOL were seen as gateways, openings, tests, turning points. And here's the thing, ALGOL isn't just any star. It's the eye of Medusa, the one that sees truth with such intensity it can no longer be denied. That's what this is. A piercing of illusions, a flash of insight, a confrontation with the truth of who you are and who you're not willing to be anymore. That's why this portal doesn't come with casual vibes. It doesn't just inspire, it shakes. It shows you the gap between your current reality and your potential. Not to shame you, but to call you forward. It brings up whatever you've been ignoring, the decisions you've avoided, the boundaries you've blurred, the dreams you've shelved. And that's exactly why this alignment is so powerful. Because the energy isn't passive. It demands a response. It wants action. And whether you choose to run from it, hide from it, or rise through it, the ripple effects will be real. The choices you make during this window can echo for weeks, even months. That conversation you've been putting off, that truth you've been avoiding. This is the time. Because this isn't forever, this is now. The ALGOL gateway opens once a year, and with it comes a once-a-year opportunity to reclaim the parts of yourself you gave away just to survive. Your voice, your edges, your fire. And the universe is not going to beg. It's already placed the key in your hand. The question is, are you ready to turn it? Chapter 3. This gateway can feel like a breakdown or a breakthrough. And since we're already standing in this rare cosmic doorway, and you now understand why this portal matters and why it only opens once a year, let's get real about what it feels like to be inside it. Because here's the truth, this energy doesn't always feel like a gift. Not at first. In fact, for many people, it can feel like things are unraveling. Fast. You may feel emotionally all over the place. One minute you're fired up, ready to speak your truth, and the next, you're crying over something you thought you'd already healed. You might feel rejected, misunderstood, betrayed, or like you're reliving moments you thought you buried years ago. That's not random. That's not regression. That's revelation. Here's what most people won't tell you about personal power before it feels like strength. It feels like chaos. Power doesn't arrive wrapped in peace. It comes through like a wildfire, burning away everything that isn't truly you. And if that feels overwhelming, like too much, like you're coming undone, good. Because that means the mask is finally cracking. That means the version of you that was built to please, survive, or conform is dissolving. Not because you're broken, because it's time. And here's where the universe isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. ALGOL's intensity is not about breaking you down, it's about breaking open the walls around the real you. That rush of feelings, the old memories, the discomfort in your chest. It's all a part of that internal rewiring. You're not being punished, you're being reset. You're being handed everything you need to step into a fuller version of your power, one that's raw, rooted and real. Nothing is being done to you. It's being shown for you. These feelings? They're signals, data, triggers designed to awaken what's dormant. And while some will fight this, numb it, scroll it away, the wise ones, the ones who rise, they use it, they feel it, they channel it, into art, into action, into truth. So if you're feeling like you're breaking apart, maybe you are, but not to fall, to free yourself. This is the moment when breakdown becomes breakthrough, if you let it. Chapter 4. This isn't just emotional, it's cellular. And since we're already talking about how this gateway can feel like a breakdown or breakthrough, let's go even deeper. Because what's happening now isn't just emotional, it's cellular. This portal isn't just rewiring your thoughts or stirring your feelings, it's activating something much older, something stored in your body. You see, ALGOL doesn't just exist in mythology or sky charts, it lives inside you, in your nervous system, in your muscle memory, in the parts of your body that flinch before your mind can even explain why. This energy reaches back into the archive of your life. And in some cases, beyond this life, pulling up old stories, old pain, and especially old patterns your body still thinks it needs to survive. That's why this energy can feel so physical. You might be noticing random bursts of adrenaline, even when there's no threat. Neck tension that doesn't go away. Pressure in your throat. That's not coincidence. ALGOL astrologically rules the neck and throat area. It's where unspoken truth gets trapped. You might feel restless at night or unable to sleep. Not because you're broken, but because your body's in release mode. That shaking, that racing heart. Those vivid dreams filled with symbols, snakes, or people from your past. That's your shadow waking up, not to scare you, but to finally leave your body. And here's the key. Don't panic. Move. This isn't emotional chaos for no reason. This is energy that's been trapped in your cells, finally trying to leave. If you suppress it now, it turns into tension, anxiety, even illness. But if you let it move, scream into a pillow, dance without choreography, go on a long walk without a destination, write the letter you'll never send, it becomes healing. This isn't pain for pain's sake. This is release. And if you're asking, why now? Because the body is wise. It knows when it's safe to let go. And the alignment with ALGOL, it's a signal that the universe is clearing space, not just in your life, but in your cells. So don't judge what's coming up. Trust it. Your body isn't betraying you. It's helping you break free. Chapter 5. The universe isn't attacking you, it's training you. And now that you understand this isn't just in your mind, that it's in your body, your cells, your dreams, it's time to zoom out. Because when everything starts feeling this intense, it's easy to think, why is this happening to me? Why the pressure? Why the pain? But here's the truth the ego hates to hear. The universe isn't attacking you, it's training you. Yes, it feels heavy. Yes, it's chaotic. And yes, this energy can feel relentless. But that's because you're not being handed a shortcut. You're being handed a sword. And like any blade of value, it has to be forged, tempered, tested. A blacksmith doesn't build strength with silk and softness. They use fire and pressure. They melt down the metal so it can become something stronger. And that's what's happening to you right now. You're being reshaped. If you feel like you're being burned, it's because your old limits are melting off. The layers of you that were built for approval, survival, or control, they can't come with you into your next chapter. That resistance, that friction, that's the ego shedding. It's not comfortable, it's not cute, but it's real growth. And let's be honest, not everyone will handle this energy well. Some will collapse under the pressure. Some will lash out, blame everyone else, or numb out with distractions. Because that's easier. But easier isn't evolution, that's survival mode. And you're not here to just survive. You're here to rise. If you've ever asked the universe for strength, clarity, confidence, power, this is the part where the universe says, prove it. This is the workout. This is where you lift the emotional weight, breathe through the discomfort, and keep moving anyway. Because spiritual strength isn't built in peaceful meditation alone. It's built in moments like this, when it's messy, when it's hard, when everything in you wants to shut down, but you choose to stand up instead. So no, the universe isn't attacking you. It's not cruel. It's not testing you to watch you fail. It's training you because it knows what you're becoming, and deep down, so do you. Chapter 6. This is a sacred mirror. It shows you what needs to go. And now that you understand this is training, not punishment, let's talk about what happens during that training. Because the next thing ALGOL does, once it's stripped away your illusions of safety and lit that fire in your bones, is hand you a mirror. And not the flattering kind. This is a sacred mirror, and it shows you what's already broken, not to break your heart, but to set it free. You see, this energy isn't just about emotional upheaval or spiritual growth in the abstract. It's deeply practical. ALGOL's activation reveals things with ruthless honesty. Suddenly you'll start to see clearly where you've handed away your power without realizing it. You'll feel in your gut which relationships are rooted in manipulation, guilt, or obligation instead of love, truth, and respect. Beliefs that you've carried for years about yourself, your worth, your limits, begin to feel like someone else's voice entirely. And that's because they are. This is where the power of ALGOL truly activates. It reveals. Not to punish, not to create drama, but to free you from the stories, the dynamics, and the versions of yourself that were never meant to last. You may feel called to walk away, set hard boundaries, or speak truths that make your voice shake. And yes, it might feel chaotic, like your life is unraveling in real time. But pause, breathe, look again. That isn't destruction, that's clarity. Because some things aren't falling apart. They're simply being shown for what they are, unsustainable, untrue, or outgrown. And when that happens, you don't need to cling, you need to release. This isn't about cutting people or paths from your life recklessly. It's about finally having the vision and courage to release what's already expired, so you can create space for what's actually aligned. Think of this process as sacred subtraction. You're not losing. You're making room. You're pruning the parts of your life that no longer match your truth, so that the parts that do can finally grow. And while this kind of clarity can sting, it's also the beginning of true freedom, because when the mirror clears, so does your path. Chapter 7. This energy unlocks the inner warrior. If you're ready to lead yourself. And now that you've seen what needs to go and you're standing in the clarity this mirror brings, there's only one question left. Who leads you now? Because this next phase of the ALGOL gateway isn't about release, it's about rise. This energy doesn't just strip away illusions. It activates the warrior within you, the version of you that doesn't wait to be rescued, the one who remembers the hero isn't coming. You are the one you've been waiting for. ALGOL unlocks a courage that's not decorative. It's transformative. This isn't the kind of bravery that feels good all the time. It's the kind that makes your voice shake while you speak the truth anyway. The kind that says no without apology. The kind that walks away from familiar pain, not because you're ungrateful, but because you've finally remembered your worth. This is where you begin to lead, not just at work, not just in your relationships, but inside your own inner world. This is where you end patterns instead of repeating them. This is where you stop betraying yourself just to avoid uncomfortable conversations. This is where you create space, through ritual, through intention, through truth, to reconnect with your own authority. Because here's the secret most people miss. The moment you reclaim your power, the outer world starts shifting around you. People treat you differently. Opportunities begin to align. Why? Because your frequency changes. Because leadership starts in your energy field, long before it shows up in your reality. You are not waiting for life to give you permission anymore. You are stepping into your own. And that's the true warrior path ALGOL was always trying to awaken. Chapter 8. Use this energy or lose it. The portal closes in hours. And now that you've remembered the warrior inside you, the one who doesn't wait, who leads, who dares, there's one more thing you need to know, and it's urgent, because this energy, it doesn't last. This isn't a forever portal. This is a now or never moment. Portals like this don't wait for permission. They open, they burn, and they close. The ALGOL gateway is active only for a few days, and by May 18th, the sun will begin to move away from ALGOL's exact alignment. That means the window is closing. The clarity, the intensity, the fire you're feeling right now, it will fade. And if you don't act on it, you risk falling back asleep. You risk slipping back into cycles you've already outgrown, and deep down, you'll know it. Because that's what this energy does. It wakes you up. But staying awake, that's a choice. That's a practice. That's power in motion. So if you're still wondering, what can I actually do with all of this? Here's how to start. Number 1, journal. Ask yourself, where have I given away my power, and how do I take it back? Let the words flow without editing. Let them surprise you. Number 2, speak. Say the thing you've been holding in. Whether it's a whisper or a roar, speak it. Truth is a frequency. Let yours be heard. Number 3, cut cords. Energetically or literally, who's draining you? What's keeping you small? It's time to let go, even if it's just inside you. Number 4, create something. Paint, write, build, scream into a beat. Let this fire move through you. Energy that's expressed becomes freedom. No 5. Ritual. Light a candle. Stand in front of a mirror. Face your fear. Say out loud, I reclaim my power. I call back my fire. I rise now. Because this portal isn't just a moment in time. It's a moment of decision. You've seen the truth. You've felt the fire. Now it's your move. Use this energy or lose it. And now you know. The ALGOL gateway isn't here to scare you. It's here to wake you. You've felt the fire, seen the mirror, and stood at the edge of your next evolution. The question isn't whether the energy is real. It's what you'll do with it. This is your moment to rise. If this resonated like the video, subscribe for more cosmic downloads and drop the number 77 in the comments to anchor your power into the collective. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. The portal is open, but not for long. Make your move.